Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, no matter where you are, what time zone you are in, it is time for one thing, and that is PBE Baseball, specifically the Season 34 Majors Draft. Happy Draft Day, everyone. Welcome one, welcome all. I am your host, AJ87, and joining me today is the wonderful and esteemed commissioner of the PBE, Hummus God. Hummus, how are you doing today?
Doing fantastic. Thank you for having me join you tonight. Hope I'm getting booed in chat. I actually can't see chat. I'm joined from my phone. And yeah, just looking forward to tonight. I'm actually just gonna, just be here, give a little speech. Want to thank the Draft Graphics team for the hard work, Sonic Gmail, getting this team together. Putting this presentation together is not easy. They have a clock they have to race against. The draft's going on offline, and then they have to put the renders together and complete the graphics before the stream. That is an actual deadline that is not easy to meet. So just want to make sure they get their proper love tonight. So we love you, the Draft Graphics team. You all are amazing. And yeah, thank you, AJ, for streaming tonight. And yeah, looking forward to seeing where these draftees end up in the majors, right? They got their minor league teams. They don't have a major league team yet. So they're going to have a new home tonight, and this is one of the most exciting nights of each season is majors draft night.
And it's one of my favorite streams to do because it's always just like saying nice things about people, making people happy, and finding out where people are going to go when they get called up to the majors. So it's a really exciting stream, and it's always a really fun one for me to do. I'm really blessed to be able to present the majors draft for you guys over the past few years. So very happy for about it. Chat was showing you a lot of love.
No, no, I just took a peek at chat. They're just begging me to host BCL. That they're not showing love. Unless that's their way of showing love, then true. Then they are showing love.
Fair enough. Oh man, but we should probably get on into this.
Yeah.
Uh, like Hummus said, thank you very much to Sonic Gmail and the rest of the Draft Graphics team, working up until the literal buzzer to get us this wonderful draft presentation. So thank you all very much. We know that you put in a lot of work, and we're very appreciative of it. So thank
And
you very
shout out to the
much.
GMs too. You got to vet the players, scout them, all the deliberation, all of the discussions with other GMs throughout the draft. They're working hard too, so they definitely deserve their love. And the rookie mentors and the minor league GMs to get us to here. Without them, we don't get to tonight. With all these draftees excited to see where they go, they deserve their love too. So it's truly a community that works well together, and it's been amazing to witness.
Very true. Very true. All right, let's get
Yeah,
on into
hit
it
it.
now. I know you traditionally do your number one overall present presentation, but before we do that, we actually have a trade to set up something a little bit further on in the draft. Now, the reason that we're showing you this early is that it will come into play a little bit later. We wanted to reveal this now, but right off the bat, Outer Banks Aviators receiving 21 overall in this draft, while the Detroit Demons receive season 35 Buffalo second round. So this will play a factor in a later part of the draft. But there is
Stay
your
tuned.
first round. Yeah, stay tuned. But there's your first round draft board as it stands at the beginning of the draft. You see the first 16 picks on the board. You notice that some teams aren't there. They had traded away their first round picks previous to the draft, so you'll notice that some teams may not be present. I'm looking around. I'm trying to see the Vandals, Aviators, maybe a couple more. But those two specifically, at least, not show it. There's at least one more. Oh, Supernovas, maybe one more too. But a few players, a few teams had traded away their first round picks prior to the beginning of the draft, so that's why you're not seeing
Yep.
those teams on there. And thank you, Brain, for subscribing at 23 months. Much
Woo!
appreciated, Brain. But now, Hummus,
Brainchild. Yeah.
now that we have the now that we have the first round board up, would you like to
Yeah.
present the number one overall pick?
I shall. Let's do it.
Are you gonna
And
do
the
like
first
there we go?
this with the first overall pick in the season 34 Major League Draft, the Seattle Sea Serpents select Irma Gerd, relief. Oh, yo, Gerd. Season 34 pitcher Irma Gerd out of the Kansas City Hepcats. She's like crying right now. Love you, baby. And yeah, there's your first overall pick, Irma Gerd, Bunky Bianca, new user in the league. Happens to be my girlfriend, and yeah, and I actually do love her a lot. So I appreciate you, AJ, letting me do this. Yeah, I'll never forget tonight, and I've never met someone more deserving of first overall pick than Bianca. Ever since I met her, she's always been someone that's just super excited about new things, and from everyone I've talked to that knows her, she's been an amazing presence everywhere she's been, and it's not surprising, obviously, but it's amazing to witness. And yeah, first overall pick, Irma Gerd for the Seattle Sea Serpents from the Kansas City Hepcats, first overall pick.
I think I think Hummus, you and Bunky Bianca here might be the first couple to have both had a player go 1 overall in the majors draft now. That might be, I don't know, maybe that's not the case, but that sounds right.
The worst part about all of this is that she's been like, oh, you know, and I'm like, I swear I don't, when obviously I knew. And so like being me has been very difficult, man. I get it, like it's my job, I'm supposed to uphold it, blah blah blah, but like I think it's been really hard, man. Imagine like every day waking up, oh, you know something. I'm like, no, I don't, I swear. So seeing her reaction, obviously she didn't know what was happening. So yeah, right. This has been incredible. Yeah, we can go to the second pick, but thank you for having me. And we're going to look forward to watching the rest of the draft. We're going to celebrate a bit, obviously. And yeah, tonight's an amazing night for everybody, not just Irma. And thank you, AJ, for hosting.
Absolutely. We do have a quote from Cody, one of the Seattle Sea Serpents GMs, who says, when we found out that we had the number 1 overall pick, C does IT, the War Room, and I knew we needed to get a superstar, and we did just that and then some. She might be the significant other of our league commissioner, but that had nothing to do with us drafting her. When I scouted her in the minors draft, I knew she was the type of person I wanted to be in the same locker room with. It did not happen in the minors, but I am so excited that it is happening at the major league level. Her personality is going to make those in the locker room enjoy her presence as well as energize those who are in it. I love her competitive spirit, saying she wants her player to be better than Hummus's, and she definitely came to the right place to do that. We are honored to welcome her to Seattle. So congratulations to the Seattle Sea Serpents, and congratulations to Irma Gerd for being the number 1 overall draft pick in season 34.
I love you, Irma. All right, thank you, AJ. See you later.
No problem. All right, moving right along here, we got number 2 overall, that being the Providence Crabs. And we will continue on with the first round. Number 2 overall selection by the Providence Crabs will be Cookie Monster, right fielder from the Amarillo Armadillos organization, DAC 91486 or DAC. I don't know if it's phonetically pronounced or alphabetically pronounced, but 221 TPE, a 0.28 average. That doesn't sound right. Probably 280. And then OBP 3484. This is DAC or DAC. This is one of the new Dillos GMs, if I'm not mistaken. What are you talking about? AJ crashing and burning? That's not gonna happen. But there we go. Congratulations to Cookie Monster for being drafted to the Providence Crabs. I love how the hat is kind of like askew here. It's like not sitting on top of the eyeballs to not block his vision. I really like that. And the blue of the Cookie Monster goes really well with the blue of the Providence Crabs jersey. But congratulations to Cookie Monster and to the Providence Crabs for this selection. Moving right along to number 3 overall. Number 3 overall, the Maui Makos will select Kendrick Mills. Kendrick Mills, a center fielder, user JD_Recker_7. JD Recker from the Kansas City Hepcats organization, center fielder, 242 TPE with a 272 average and a 345 OBP. Quote from Diesel says, trading for this pick. I don't think did they trade? I don't think they traded. This pick was really about trying to find someone who could become the new identity and face of the franchise, and I think that Mills was the perfect person to take that spot. I had an awesome scouting conversation with him, and it was great because we started talking about anime before we even got into talking about the PvE. I think he's one of the best users in this draft, and I'm so excited to have him around in the locker room. So congratulations. Oh, it was during the season. Okay. So it wasn't during the actual draft, but it was during the season 33 regular season that this trade happened. It was the Walrus Jones deal. So, okay. That threw me off when he started with the trading for this pick and we didn't have a trade pop up on the screen. So, sorry about that. Apologies, everyone in chat. My mistake. But congratulations to Kendrick Mills, aka JD Wrecker7, for being selected to the Maui Makos. And congrats to the Maui Makos for getting a great center fielder in Kendrick Mills. Moving on to number 4. Number 4 overall being the Buffalo Surge. And with the number 4 overall pick, the Buffalo Surge will select Mio Hooper, or Mayo. I don't know if it's Mio or Mayo. I apologize. I'm going to assume it's Mio. But Mio, the starting pitcher from the Puerto Rico Ranas. Username is also Mio. 231 TPE, 5.71 ERA, and a 1.73 WHIP. We do have a quote from Sen, who says, Mio is a great user from the short time he's been in our server. We've seen him be active and has the potential to be a future pitcher of the year. And we here at Buffalo value his potential. So very happy, a very happy GM from the Buffalo Surge. Very pleased to be getting this starting pitcher in Mio Hooper. This young starting pitcher will be joining a future Buffalo Surge pitching rotation coming soon. All right, and next up we do have number 5 overall with the Maui Makos. But before we get to the pick, we actually have a trade. Remember that 21 overall that Outer Banks had earlier? They're actually going to be sending it over to Maui alongside a Season 35 Nashville first rounder. And in exchange, Maui Makos are going to be sending back number 5 overall. Now, this was actually a 3-team trade officially, so when those trades do get approved by AHO and processed and moved to the trades section of the forum for all of you lovely people to view, it will show up as a OBX Detroit Maui 3-team trade. It will show up as one post, these 2 trades. But it was broken up a little bit for a little bit more coherency, I guess. We'll see. But we do have the Aviators now on the board at number 5 overall. And with that number 5 overall pick, the Outer Banks Aviators are going to select Joe Shiesty Jr., shortstop from the Chicago Kingpins, user AK41, 232 TPE, a 256 average, and a 313 OBP. Quote from Bailey says, when we saw AK-41 fall to the 5th pick in the draft, we had to be aggressive to go and get him. This was our number 1 prospect on the board, so to see him there at number 5, this was an easy decision. We have an abundance of picks, so the ability to get this guy for consolidating some of the picks we have is an easy decision. This guy's been one of the rookies to really hit the ground running. You've seen him around the forum. You may have even had a graphic from him. He is helping Chicago scouting. This guy is a stud. We had the chance to make the deal, and it was a no-brainer. AK is someone we are absolutely stoked to have on OBX for the long haul. Welcome to the squad. End quote. So very ecstatic Bailey looking to getting Joe Shiesty Jr. on the Outer Banks squad. A lot of prospects in that Aviators organization. You're going to see a lot of those prospects really form a core in Outer Banks, and I think that's going to be growing up over the next few years, or next few seasons, and really developing it into a really solid team. So keep your eye on Outer Banks in the future. Number 6 overall currently belongs to the New Orleans Rougarou. However, there is a trade. That 6 overall pick is going to be sent to the San Antonio Sloths alongside a Season 36 NOLA 3rd round. In exchange, the New Orleans Rougarou will receive number 15 overall, a little bit later in this draft, as well as a Season 35 Sloths first. So this is going to be another one of those trades. By the way, if you're new to the PBE or you haven't seen one of the drafts before, all of these trades have already been made in the draft picks channel as the GMs have been offline drafting. All of these will be posted to the forum. They will be approved by HO. They will be sent to the trades section, so you can see all of these trades on the forum in the future if you're going through and looking for those trades and what picks were exchanged, what players were moved, stuff like that. So if you wanted to see those trades happen, they will be showing up in the trades subsection of the forum fairly soon, and then they will be processed by Compendium and actually made official. Well, technically they're made official once HO approves them, but you know. So Juoso actually has a quote for this trade, but we're gonna discuss it after the pick. San Antonio Sloths with the number 6 overall selection will select Ozymandias Albies, second baseman from the Louisville Lemurs organization, user DDirector. 241 TPE, 278 average, and a 329 OBP. I will be the first to admit that I don't know where this render is from. Someone in chat help me out. I don't know. This looks like maybe a movie, maybe a fusion of a baseball player and a movie actor. I don't know, but this is not a render that I'm familiar with. But quote from Juosu. Says, we always had the idea to trade up in this draft to get someone we really wanted to get and desperately needed a hitter for season 35. We've done this a lot before, so why not do it again, bringing back the old Sloths legend to the team for another run with their new player. Director was a valuable player and user in the War Room previously, and we are so grateful to have him back on the team again. Okay, no one in chat seems. Oh, Ozymandias is from Watchmen. Okay, so this is probably a Watchmen. Gotcha. So this is okay. So okay, Watchmen. I haven't seen Watchmen, so I apologize, chat. But yeah, so this is why we said the Juoso quote about the trade after the pick was revealed, because Director was name dropped. But congratulations to Director heading back to the San Antonio Sloths on the Recreate. The greatest comic book of all time. I'll need to add that to my list. I was just discussing this with my friend the other day. Is like there's too many like movies, TV shows, comic books, video games in the world for everyone to have played or watched or consumed all media. So everyone's going to be missing out on something. So that's why I always look for recommendations from people. But congratulations to Ozymandias Albies, Director, for being drafted back to the San Antonio Sloths, and congrats to the Sloths for picking up a old Sloths legend, bringing back an old friend. One moment, please. Gonna get a drink of water. All right, sorry about that. Got to keep hydrated, especially when I'm doing it solo here. Turn it up. What do we need? Is the volume too low? My mic is at full volume, so I can't really turn it up any farther, Dirk. Sorry. Maybe you can turn your volume up. Okay. All right, volume's good. Okay. Yeah, just turn your volume up if you can't hear me, because I can't make my mic input any louder. Sorry about that. Number 7 overall, the Providence Crabs are back on the board, and with this number 7 overall pick, they will select Mr. Al E. Gator, user iStegosaurus, first baseman from the Anchorage Wheelers, 216 TPE, 262 average, 305 OBP. iStegosaurus might be a name that you recognize from doing a lot of posts in the point tasks section of the forum, very involved with the player progression team, and also had a previous create Victor Herrera. So if you recognize that name, or you've seen the Stegosaurus on the forums, this is iSteg's new create. Oh, it's a reference. Sorry, Dirk. That makes more sense. I love this render, by the way. This is alligator with a little lovely bow tie, Providence Crabs coloration. It's got a lovely top hat. Now I want top hats in the PBE store. Can we get first baseball caps, that's the priority. But once we get baseball caps, I think top hats might be the next hashtag top hats in the PBE store. Hummus and Bianca do indeed appear to be the first couple to both go first overall. I can find at least one other couple who both went in the first round. Okay. I think that would have been my guess, Mike. But yeah, there we go. Number 8 overall, the Detroit Demons are on the board here. You also heard me like pull some obscure trivia fact and try and make it a thing, and and immediately let challenge accepted and immediately started searching on the forums. Oh, it's Goiler. Okay, Goilers. Okay. All right, number 8 overall. With this pick, the Detroit Demons will select Vader Page, starting pitcher from the Bruce City Bears, user Vichy, 200 TPE, 5.7 ERA, 1.81 WHIP. I think this render is, of course, this is a Sarah render, right? This is I love this render. This is hilarious. It's even got the like Demons logo on as the printer brand, and Detroit Demons down at the bottom. That's amazing. Vichy has been very present in the Twitch chat in the Bears locker room. A really big pick for the Detroit Demons here. And you're in chat. I see you, Vichy. Congratulations on being drafted to the Detroit Demons here with pick number 8 overall. Yeah, Vichy has been very active in both the locker room and the Twitch chat and the Discords. Vichy's been everywhere, so this is a really good pickup for the Demons. Very active user, and a great starting pitcher in Vader Page. Congratulations, Vader Page. Moving on, we have number 9 overall. Number 9 overall belonging to the San Antonio Sloths, and the Sloths will trade the pick in exchange for the season 36 Nashville first, as well as a total of $1 million in cap space, split evenly between season 34 and season 35. Salary cap trading was recently introduced, I believe, was it last season or was it the season before? Recently, within the past couple of seasons. So 500K cap split between those two, 500K in each of those 2 seasons, I should say. 1 mil split between them. As well as that season 36 Nashville first, heading for the Sloths, heading in the Sloths way in exchange for number 9 overall. So now the Nashville Stars instead have number 9 overall. I guess we should. You also wanted to mention saying at this stage we literally could not afford the picks in this draft by season 35. So we knew we wanted to trade away a pick or 2. This way we got a future pick that will likely be around a similar spot. Plus we grabbed a bit of cap for an IA reliever and for contracts in the future. Not an IA reliever specifically, but a possible usage of that cap, I guess, is where Juosu was going with that. So number 9 overall now belonging to the Nashville Stars. And with that number 9 overall selection, the Nashville Stars will select Benny the Jet Sheets. User Benny the Jet, starting pitcher from the Chicago Kingpins, 200 TPE, 5.14 ERA, and a 1.52 WHIP. Quote from TJ, one of the GMs of the Nashville Stars. Benny is someone we had very high on our list. Our pitching staff is going to get older here rather quickly, so we needed to inject some youth. We think we got a great user and the next great starting pitcher in a long line of Nashville starting pitchers. Very excited GM in TJ for Benny the Jet Sheets heading to Nashville. So congratulations to Benny's in the chat saying, I'm going to Tennessee. Is excited. Very excited. Nashville's very excited to have you, Benny. Let's see. Punk, thank you for subscribing with Prime for your 8 months. And congratulations to Benny the Jet Sheets for being drafted to Nashville with number 9 overall. And congrats to the Nashville Stars for getting a young starting pitcher for the future. Number 10 overall is the Cancun Toros. And with the Cancun Toros number 10 overall selection, they will select Greenwall, third baseman from the Brew City Bears, user Brickwall35, 224 TPE, 232 average, 289 OBP. At first glance, I thought this might have been a Sarah render, but no, it's a render by Grizzy. Very funny. Very good render. I love that it's like snippets of like the green wall. That's a great render. One of my favorite things about the Majors draft, not my favorite thing. My favorite thing is just the draft itself and seeing all the players get excited about where they're going to. But one of my favorite things is these renders. The graphics team does a fantastic job with these, and some of them are very funny. This is one of them. It does look like an SCP. It does. So congratulations to Greenwall, user Brickwall35, for being selected here to the Cancun Toros at pick number 10. And congrats to the Cancun Toros for getting their infielder of the future. That'll bring us to number 11 overall, that being the Death Valley Scorpions selection. And with the number 11 overall pick, the Death Valley Scorpions will select Gladdy Varero from the California Firehawks, user Kale Salad, first baseman, 233 TPE, a 319 average, and a 402 OBP. This is actually a player that I know the Vandals War Room were talking about as well, as a possible trade up. So I know that other teams had their eyes on Gladdy Varero. So this is probably a very contested pick. Well, not contested, I should say. Like a very coveted pick. Very coveted player here picked at number 11 by the Death Valley Scorpions. I'm sure they're very excited to have their first baseman of the future from the California Firehawks in Gladdy Varero. Mike says, I bet they are gladdy to go to DVS. I bet DVS is gladdy to have them. So congratulations to Kale Salad, Gladdy Varero, for being drafted here at number 11 by the Death Valley Scorpions. And congrats to Death Valley for drafting Kale Salad, or Gladdy Varero, the first baseman of the future of the Scorpions. One moment real quick. Drink of water. All right, number 12 overall. What's up, Mike? Just said being threatened. Well, hopefully, we have some mods in the chat to analyze that. I gotta move right along. Number 12 overall, the Nashville Stars are going to select Lalo Salamanca, center fielder from the Amarillo Armadillos. Let's get some Dillos in chat. User Troutner. Troutner, a longtime member of the PBE, previous create Justin Sims, just finished up with the Death Valley Scorpions, finished their career. 215 TPE on Lalo Salamanca, 263 average, and a 328 OBP. So congratulations to Troutner for being selected to the Nashville Stars. TJ has this to say about Lalo Salamanca. Troutner is someone we had scouted early on and knew that given the chance they could make an impact on our team. When he was here at 12, we knew we had to take him. We think Troutner will mesh perfectly and be a part of our younger core for years to come. So congratulations to the Nashville Stars for selecting Lalo Salamanca here at number 12, and congrats to Troutner for heading to the Nashville Stars. I don't know if Troutner's in chat or not, but I don't know if this is this a new team for Troutner? Troutner's been around the league a few times. I'm curious as to whether or not this. I think this is a new. I think that might be a new team for Troutner. So new experience. So congratulations to Troutner and the Nashville Stars for that pick. Moving on to number 13 overall, the New York Voyagers are next up on the board. And they will select Mudcat Skelton, shortstop from the Kansas City Hepcats organization, user LazyMag, 216 TPE, 271 average, and a 361 OBP. Troutner has only ever been DBS. Okay, that's what I thought. I knew he'd been around the league in terms of like longevity, but Mudcat Skeleton, LazyMag. We do have a quote from Enoch who says, "We came into this draft targeting an infielder, and we are so glad that LazyMag was available at 13 overall. He has been a great part of the Hepcats locker room. He has been playing OOTP for a few years, and it's always great to have people on the team. And it is always great to have people on the team that have experience with the game. He is a team player with a focus on defense. We hope his drive and enjoyment of the league will continue, and we can help develop him into the player he envisions and help solidify the next core of Voyagers." So congratulations to LazyMag, Mudcat Skelton, for being selected to the New York Voyagers here, and congrats to the Voyagers for selecting their the infielder that they wanted in LazyMag, Mudcat Skelton. Alrighty. That'll bring us to number 14 overall, that being the Boise Raptors. And what does cursed number 14 mean? I feel like I feel like I'm missing any context here. Was 14 cursed in the past? I don't know, but Boise Raptors, if so, hoping to break that curse with their number 14 overall selection, Josh Berger, relief pitcher from the Brew City Bears, user Zbergs or Zebergs. I don't know if is it Zbergs or Zebergs. 215 TPE, 3.93 ERA, and a 1.39 WHIP. This is a quote that was sent to me from Jess, but is actually from Vax, one of the Boise scouts, who says, quote, "A first-gen user who seems really excited about the league, sign me up. We came away highly impressed following our scouting talks with Zbergs. He is a huge baseball fan, O's in case anyone wondered, and is very excited by the league. He has done everything you could ask of someone in his first season and has a very clear path forward in earning for this player. Rather than worrying about personal accolades, we will get him some, don't worry. He wants to help a team on their run to a championship. He also has gotten involved helping to scout for the Bears, checked all the boxes for us, and we see him being a big part of their future. We are excited to welcome him to Boise." So congratulations to Zbergs. Thank you for putting the pronunciation in chat, Zbergs. I appreciate it. Josh Berger, relief pitcher from the Bears, headed to Boise. So, yeah, a lot of, I don't know, people talking about this spot in the draft being cursed or something, but I don't know, weird. Josh Berger, hoping to break that curse with the relief pitcher. We shall see how that goes in Boise. Render's playing at Wrigley Field, I can tell. I know that Ivy. I know that Ivy all too well. One moment, water break. All right, number 15 overall, the New Orleans Rougarous have the pick. And with that pick, the New Orleans Rougarou will trade it. They'll trade it alongside a season 36 NOLA second. And in exchange, Seattle is sending to New Orleans starting pitcher Straight Gas Homie. So we have a current player, Straight Gas Homie, being sent from the Seattle Sea Serpents to New Orleans in exchange for this pick, as well as a season 36 NOLA second rounder. So now you can see Seattle has that number 15 overall on the board now. And with the number 15 overall selection, the Seattle Sea Serpents will select Shane Knox, center fielder from the Florida Flamingos organization, user Shane M86. 232 TPE, 292 average, 352 OBP in the minors this season. Congratulations to Shane Knox for being drafted here to the Seattle Sea Serpents. I know Shane was very excited to potentially go to the Seattle Sea Serpents here. Quote from Cody, who says, "A legend already in Seattle. However, this time I do not have to hear the awful name of Anita Fartinghouse. Shane has meant so much to the success of Seattle, and once he expressed that he did not want his recreate to go elsewhere, we had to make it it happen. Yeah, we are happy that Shane's Recreate is in Seattle, but his presence in our locker room, his presence once again in our war room, is even more important to us. Welcome back to Seattle, Shane. End quote. So very, so very excited GM in Cody for bringing Shane M86 back to Seattle. So congratulations to the Seattle Sea Serpents for bringing Shane back home, and congrats to Shane for heading back to the Seattle Sea Serpents. Oh yeah, about the Seattle's cap thing. Yeah, that was yeah, that there's pending trades. That was that was one of them that will get them under hard cap. So they're all good. But that will bring us to number 16 overall. The Seattle Sea Serpents have this one as well. Number 16 overall, the Seattle Sea Serpents will select Aaron Silence. Username also Aaron Silence, but with an extra S. Starting pitcher from the California Firehawks. 213 TPE, 4.38 ERA, and a 1.59 WHIP over the last season. Quote from Cody, who says, "A close personal friend of mine since I joined my first OOTP online league almost 2 years ago. A huge reason for my knowledge of OOTP is because of her. It is blasphemy that she dropped this far. Her name might not be huge in the PBE world yet, but she is going to make waves and will eventually become a user Hall of Famer. An outstanding statistical and baseball mind is going to push CDuz, IT, and myself. Definitely will be in our war room sooner or later. The sky is the limit, and I'm so glad I get to work with her as a team than GMing against her in an OOTP online league. Welcome to Seattle, Aaron." So congratulations to Aaron Silence for being drafted to the Seattle Sea Serpents. Close friendship with Cody, so that's already an established teammate bond there. So congratulations to Aaron Silence for being drafted to Seattle, and congrats to the Seattle Sea Serpents for drafting Aaron Silence. There's your first round board. So get your screenshots now if you want to. This draft will be posted in its entirety in text form on the forum within the next few days. So be sure to keep an eye out for that. And as I mentioned, the trades will be shown in the trade subsection of the forum once they get moved to their very shortly. Should be in the next couple of days as well. So keep an eye out for both of those. But we are heading into the second round now. And with number 17 overall, the Sarasota Supernovas had to forfeit due to a regression penalty. Never good to see the forfeits, but here we have one at number 17 overall. Moving on to number 18, the San Antonio Sloths. That was weird. My headset made a beep. I hope. It looks like my voice is still coming through, so I think we're good. I think it just died because I'm not hearing anything in the background. So, number 18 overall, the San Antonio Sloths. Can you guys hear me okay? I want to make sure before we move on. Zach said that Sarasota broke the streak. Okay, you can. Okay, good. Moving on. San Antonio Sloths, with the number 18 overall pick, are going to trade it away to receive more cap space. 18 overall going to the Cancun Toros. In exchange, San Antonio will get to receive 4.5 mil cap space in season 35 and 0.5 mil cap space in season 36. So there we go. We do have a comment on the trade from Juosu, who says, "We had talked to Bauer about cap previously for other picks too, and thankfully they were still interested at 18 overall. This way we were able to afford a tiny bit more for season 35, though we will still lose 3 top hitters that year, but the cap here is a huge help to afford people in the future." So congratulations to both teams for this trade. One moment here. Okay, so now number 18 overall belongs to the Cancun Toros, and with the pick, yeah, there are limits to cap space, Cobra. It's 5 mil per season to be received and 5 mil to be traded away. So technically, if you wanted to, you could trade away 5 mil and then trade for 5 mil in the same season, but then you'd be cut off. So it's like the same level of cap at that point. So not really all that useful, but but yeah, moving right along, we do have the number 18 overall selection now belonging to the Cancun Toros, and the Cancun Toros will select Deegan Beckendam, user Deegan Noofs, position second base from the Kansas City Hepcats, 215 TPE, not TPA, average of 298 and an OBP of 357. Excuse me. Deegan Beckendam headed to the Cancun Toros. Team very excited to have them on board. So congratulations to Deegan Beckendam for being selected to the Cancun Toros, and congrats to the Cancun Toros for drafting infielder second baseman Deegan Beckendam. All right, 100 people. That's awesome. It was like 60 when we launched, so we actually gained viewers. Welcome everyone. That's awesome. Do we get a giveaway for that, Hummus? I don't know if we do or not. I'm just joking. But now we have number 19 overall for the Maui Makos. And we will go over each of these briefly, and then Diesel has a kind of sweeping quote to read for all three of them. So we will continue with the 19, 20, and 21 overall picks. We will talk about each of them a little bit individually, and then we'll talk about them all a lot more after the 21 pick is revealed. But number 19 overall, the Maui Makos will select Matthew Mayhem, user Matty86, first baseman from the State College Swift Steeds. That is a very beautiful golden helmet. Look at that helmet. That is, holy cow, that's awesome. First baseman, user Matty86, 223 TPE, 264 average, and an OBP of 330. Congratulations to Matthew Mayhem for being drafted to the Maui Makos. And we will move right on into number 20 overall. Number 20 overall, the Maui Makos will select John Garfield, second baseman from the Amarillo Armadillos, username Twix. Previous create Shion Okamoto is back with a new create John Garfield. 228 TPE, a 287 average, and a 344 OBP. Congratulations to Twix, John Garfield, for being drafted here to the Maui Makos at number 20 overall. And number 21 overall, the Maui Makos will select Murphy O'Houlihan, first baseman from the Florida Flamingos, user TMC Carty, or T McCarty. I don't know which one it is. Maybe it's not even either one. 201 TPE, average 284, OBP 321. Quote from Diesel about all three of these players, Mayhem, Garfield, and O'Houlihan, getting 3 picks back-to-back was an interesting opportunity to pick out 3 guys that we really wanted to take to create a core around for the future of our franchise. Considering that Maui is in a rebuild, I wanted to take the 3 best players that I thought were available at these picks, and all 3 of these guys were players I had good scouting conversations with, and I'm excited to begin building a team around the Season 34 core. So congratulations to Mayhem, Garfield, and O'Houlihan, all headed to Maui with the numbers 19, 20, and 21 overall, headed to Maui. So congratulations to the Maui Makos, and congrats to all 3 of these players for being picked at 19, 20, and 21 overall by the Maui Makos. Moving right along to number 22 overall, the Buffalo Surge will select Dr. Hugo Z. Hackenbush, relief pitcher from the Anchorage Wheelers organization, user 3 losers, 229 TPE, ERA 4.03, and a 1.39 WHIP. Quote from Sen says, "The Doctor is a recreate, and before that has played for Buffalo with a previous player, and so when he was available at number 22 and met our needs, it was a no-brainer to draft the Doctor." So congratulations to the Doctor. I love how you can see the Buffalo Surge emblem just kind of peeking out here underneath the what is it, a woolen jacket maybe? It's just kind of peeking out. And the bow tie has, oh my gosh, look at all these Surge logos on the bow tie. That's an amazing render. It's just so many little secrets. It'd be cool if there was like a grayscale Buffalo Surge logo behind the head or something. That'd be kind of cool too. But they fit in plenty of Buffalo Surge logos already. Nice job, Bailey. This is a really good one. I like it. So congratulations to 3 losers, Dr. Hugo Z. Hackenbush, for being drafted here to the Buffalo Surge at pick number 22. And that will bring it to number 23 overall, that being the Seattle Sea Serpents. And with that number 23 overall selection, the Seattle Sea Serpents will trade it in exchange for number 28 and number 60 overall in this draft. Received from the Nashville Stars. This pick is being sent to the Nashville Stars. And with this pick, the Nashville Stars will select Manny Calavera, second baseman from the Anchorage Wheelers organization, user Jack Kmart. 236 TPE, a 283 average, and a 342 OBP. Quote from TJ says, "We had excellent talks with this user leading up to the draft. We are ecstatic they dropped this far and will help load up on our youth movement as some of our older hitters hit regression. He should be a force in the lineup alongside Troutner." So congratulations to Manny Calavera for being drafted to the Nashville Stars. And congrats to the Nashville Stars for getting another hitter for the future in Manny Calavera. I like how they got the Nashville background here too, with like it says "Welcome to Nashville," but the Nashville's kind of cut off. But you got the stage, which is reference, I think, to the Nashville Stars home stadium of the Gibson Soundstage, if I'm not mistaken. And that will bring us to number 24 overall. The Detroit Demons are up on the board now. And number 24 overall, the Demons will select Travis Granholm, first baseman from the Brew City Bears, user Plague, 242 TPE, 271 average, 345 OBP. I want to see some comments in the chat about how this is a bust. There we go. As I was saying it, we already started getting some. For those new players, GMs, general managers of majors teams, are required to be drafted in the second round by their teams. Plague, being one of the GMs for the Detroit Demons, had to be picked here, so that's why people are saying that it's a bust. This is a joking, tongue-in-cheek thing, and I have a feeling that you'll see a few more of those comments fairly soon as we continue in the second round. But congratulations to Plague for drafting yourself to the Demons at number 24 overall. Quick water break, and we're on to number 25. Number 25 overall, the Vancouver Vandals. I got my Vandals shirt on as a current player on the Vandals. I'm very excited to see this pick. This is very exciting to see the Vandals' first pick in the draft, and with the number 25 overall selection, the Vancouver Vandals will get. Oh, it's just Houston Hayes. I'm just kidding. This is this is Musha. This is the GM of the Vancouver Vandals. Another GM pick here. Third baseman from the Puerto Rico Ranas. Selected. Selected here at number 25 overall, 219 TPE, 228 average, and a 279 OBP for Musha. Although it's not the batting stats that are important to Houston Hayes, if I understand it correctly, it is the fielding stats. As Houston Hayes, very defensive player so far in the build, will be developing greatly for the infield or for catcher as the as he comes up in the system. I believe infield is the plan for now, though. So we are seeing some more busts in the chat. But we do have a quote from one Dr. K, co-GM of the Vandals, who says, quote, insert obligatory joke about him being a bust here, but for real, I'll take a second to say how awesome Musha is as a person. He is an incredible GM and partner in crime. Looking forward to seeing Hayes have an incredible career. So congratulations to Musha for drafting yourself here at number 25 to the Vandals. Vandals got their first pick on the board, and it's the GM. Love to see it. But I will echo everything that Dr. K said about Musha being an incredible GM and person. So very happy to have him as my GM. So hi Musha, I see you in the chat. Number 26 overall, moving on to the Detroit Demons. So now that they've selected their GM at number 24, what are they going to do with this number 26 overall pick? The Detroit Demons will select Gilbert Hooper, center fielder from the Puerto Rico Ranas, user Buzz Woody, 229 TPE, 271 average, 330 OBP. Guessing a big fan of Toy Story with the username of Buzz Woody. Danny is a great person too, Mike. I just absolutely. Danny is a great person. Had him as a GM too. Very short time ago as a Bear. But congratulations to Gilbert Hooper, user Buzz Woody, for being drafted here at number 26 to the Detroit Demons. Center fielder for the Puerto Rico Ranas. We lost viewers. Oh no. Everyone was just waiting to see Musha selected. That's all. But congratulations to Gilbert Hooper, user Buzz Woody, being selected to the Detroit Demons here. And that'll bring us to number 27 overall, the Death Valley Scorpions. However, this pick was forfeit due to a season 33 cap penalty, so no pick will be made here at number 27 by the Death Valley Scorpions. However, there is a pick to be made at number 28 overall, that being the Seattle Sea Serpents. They will select Mike Forbes Jr., catcher from the Puerto Rico Ranas, user CDoesIT, another GM pick here in the second round, 241 TPE, 276 average, and a 323 OBP. And here come the bust comments. Quote from Cody, who says, we were forced to draft this bust of a player. Honestly, though, what do you say about drafting a GM player as the new co-GM of the Sea Serpents? I have the honor to work closely with CDoesIT. When he drafted my player 2 drafts ago, he saw the potential I had in this league and became a huge supporter of mine. He's the main reason why I am here in my PBE journey. Really excited to return the favor and support him as his co, hopefully win several more championships and have fun doing so. Also, did I mention that his recreate will be a huge bust? Mentioned it a couple of times there. But congratulations to CDoesIT for selecting yourself to the Seattle Sea Serpents. And that will bring us to number 29 overall. But before we get to that pick, it is actually forfeit. Also a season 33 cap penalty from the Nashville Stars, so no pick there. I almost said no trade. I'm kind of leaking my notes ahead of time because there is a trade for number 30 overall. It's headed to the Cancun Toros along with a season 35 Boise third. And in exchange, Caden Kalian will be headed to the Boise Raptors from Cancun. So SD Core Caden Kalian is headed to Boise. I don't know what happened there. Water break. So congratulations to SD Core, Caden Kalian, for being traded to the Boise Raptors, I guess, in exchange for 30 overall and the season 35 Boise third. So now the Cancun Toros have their selection on the board. How did cap penalty get drafted twice? Number 30 overall, the Cancun Toros will select Kami Toman, catcher from the Anchorage Wheelers organization, user Kokami. 201 TPE, 297 average, and a 351 OBP. So congratulations to CO Kami or Kokami for being drafted here at number 30 to the Cancun Toros. And that will bring us to number 31 overall. Number 31 overall, the San Antonio Sloths will forfeit the pick, as will the Seattle Sea Serpents. The remaining picks in the second round were forfeit, also due to Season 33 cap penalties. Get your screenshots now if you want them for the second round board. And we're heading into the third round in 3, 2, 1. Third round board, Nashville Stars up to bat, so to speak, with their number 33 overall pick. The Nashville Stars will select Hector Salamanca, catcher from the Amarillo Armadillos, user LGM Forever. Previous recreates of LGM Forever include Barack Obama and I am legitimately blanking on their last create. Jim Doig, thank you. Thank you. Jim Doig. I'm sorry, LGM. Catcher for the Amarillo Armadillos, 200 TPE, 264 average, and 305 OBP. Quote from TJ, who says, LGM is someone we are very familiar with. Mr. Obama, or Mr. POTG as we refer to him, will always be near and dear to the Nashville fans' hearts. We know Troutner and LGM wanted to play together, and we think this is a perfect match for both users. Very excited to keep them together. So, former Armadillo co-GMs, if I'm not mistaken. I believe they were both GMs of the Dillos at some point. I believe they GM'd with each other for quite some time. But congratulations to LGM Forever for being drafted here to the Nashville Stars, and congrats to the Nashville Stars for getting both of the Salamanca brothers, Troutner and LGM. A couple of very esteemed users in the league, been around for quite some time, and now are both playing for the same team, under the same flag. So congratulations to the Nashville Stars. We head on to number 34. The Providence Crabs will forfeit this one. It's Season 33 cap penalty, striking again. And so we'll head into number 35. The Outer Banks Aviators now on the board will select with their number 35 overall pick, Eric Belmont, catcher from the Chicago Kingpins organization. User Eric Belmont, 204 TPE, 261 average, and a 338 OBP. There isn't a lot of player renders that I get. I get this one as a Smash Bros. Ultimate fan. Not necessarily. I haven't played Castlevania. I apologize, but this is. But as a Smash Bros. Ultimate fan, I recognize the Belmonts from Castlevania. I actually play Richter quite a bit, but Bailey, excuse me. I was looking at the previous quote. Bailey has a quote from for Eric Belmont saying, quote, "How did this guy fall to 35? Honestly, even though he is from Vermont, which is basically Canada, we had to take the chance on him. This is more than a chance. This guy has been such a great member already. He is part of the scouting for Chicago already. He is only behind in TPE because he joined late. To be able to get AK and Belmont with our first two picks, this draft is already an easy win. We had an incredible chat over scouting, and I do not see Belmont leaving OBX for a long time." So congratulations to Eric Belmont for being selected here at number 35 to the Outer Banks Aviators. Like I mentioned, a lot of prospects in that Aviators system, starting to form a decent core there. So keep an eye out. Like Twix's comment and then Moosey's comment both got me. Twix saying I'm from Canada and I don't even know where Vermont is, and Moosey saying AK and Belmont were smack talking in the locker room and now have to play on the same field. That's funny. So congratulations to Eric Belmont for being drafted here to the Outer Banks Aviators. That'll bring us to number 36 overall. Number 36, the Buffalo Surge will select Irving Kuhlman, center fielder from the Florida Flamingos organization, user NighthawkTH32, 209 TPE, 269 average, and a 305 OBP. Quote from Sen says, "Kuhlman was a great pick. He's a max earner and a veteran of nearly 3 years to the PBE. With a presence like this, he's going to have a great future with Buffalo." So congratulations to Nighthawk TH32, who I see is in the chat. Congrats for being selected to the Buffalo Surge here at number 36. And congrats to the Buffalo Surge for getting one of their outfielders for the future. That'll bring us to number 37 overall. 37 from the Maui Makos will be forfeit due to a season 32 cap penalty. This was a carryover from the previous draft where Maui could not pay the forfeit, and so it carried over to this one. Number 38 overall, the Nashville Stars, with yet another pick, will select Bazooka Joe, relief pitcher from the Armadillos organization, username also Bazooka Joe. 199 TPE, 5.51 ERA, and a 1.76 WHIP. Those Bazooka Joe hoping to lower those in future seasons. As the TPE gets higher, the ERA gets lower for most players. TJ has a quote saying this: "I had a great talk with Joe ahead of the draft, with bullpen arms being very important these days. We know we needed to add another great young arm to the team. We will look forward to Bazooka Joe to make an impact in the bullpen sooner rather than later." So congratulations to Bazooka Joe. Recently put out a media about potential landing spots, I believe. I read it, but I don't remember whether the Nashville Stars were how high they were in Bazooka Joe's rankings, or if he did a ranking or something. But don't remember too much about it. But hopefully you enjoy Nashville. They got a good organization, good GMs over there. So congratulations to Bazooka Joe for being drafted to the Nashville Stars. Medium level being taken. All right. Well, hopefully, I bet you guys will raise that up. You guys will raise that interest level up. I'm sure of it. Number 39 overall, belonging to the Boise Raptors, is actually going to be traded to the Death Valley Scorpions in exchange for $1.5 million in cap space for season 34. So Death Valley receiving a little bit of help with the cap for this upcoming season, and in exchange, Boise gets a little bit of relief on the cap space for this upcoming season. In exchange, Death Valley will receive that 39 overall pick. The cap actually getting a little bit tighter for Death Valley by 1.5 mil. So they'll instead get this 39 overall pick here in the third round. And with the number 39 overall selection, Death Valley Scorpions will select Rusty Salmon Arms, catcher from the California Firehawks organization, user Cement Hands, 203 TPE, 334 average, and a 404 OBP. That almost looks like Danny Trejo. I don't know who the render is of, but it looks like Danny Trejo. I don't know. It's kind of funny. But congratulations to Rusty Salmon Arms for being drafted here at number 39 to the Death Valley Scorpions. And congrats to... Oh, is it? It is Danny Trejo. Was he in a baseball movie? Is this from a baseball movie, I'm guessing? Okay. Oh, I am not brushed up on my pop culture. I apologize. I'm guessing he played a catcher in a movie, it's a face swap. Okay, gotcha. That is a very good Photoshop. That's really good. Well done, Grizzy. All right, moving on to number 40. Number 40 overall. Oh, I didn't forget it was Danny Trejo. That's why I said it looked like Danny Trejo, but I couldn't think of any time that he played a catcher in a movie or played baseball. So I was confused by it. I knew that people could edit photos, man. It just didn't register with me that it was a Photoshop. I thought it was just he's playing a catcher in a movie or a TV show or something. That's all I thought. Moving on to number 40 overall, Detroit Demons will be forfeiting this pick due to season 33 cap penalty. I could not name every Danny Trejo movie, and I will not attempt to. Number 41, the Vancouver Vandals are back on the board here with their second pick of the draft here in the third round. Number 41 overall, the Vancouver Vandals will select Elwood Hayes, catcher from the Bruce City Bears organization, user Water. 202 TPE, 251 average, and a 316 OBP. Quote from Dr. K. Super excited to bring on this Brew City Bear. Had a great scouting conversation with him. Nothing but praise from Jabs. He's going to be a great addition to the Vandals. Welcome to Vancouver Water. Speaking of good time for a water break. And we're back. I actually also did a little bit of scouting with Elwood Hayes here, and I gotta say I really enjoyed talking with Water. Really excited to see them go to Vancouver here. I think this is going to be a big steal for them, and hoping that we got a really good late round, or not really late round, but really good third round pick here. I think we did. So welcome, Elwood Hayes. We're very excited to have you. Can't wait to talk to you more in the Vandals locker room. But we are going to move right along. Congratulations to the Vandals for drafting Elwood Hayes, and congrats to Water for being drafted here at number 41 overall. Moving on to number 42, the Cancun Toros will select. Just kidding, they traded it. I thought I had all the trades written down in my notes. Oh, I did. I just didn't see the note. Okay. Buffalo Surge actually are going to receive this number 42 overall pick. And in exchange, they will send to Cancun $1 million in cap space for season 36. Yeah, there are a lot of cap space trades, yeah. But the Toros receiving $1 million in cap space and sending away that number 42 overall. Now the Buffalo Surge are on the board here at number 42. And number 42 overall, the Buffalo Surge will select Mustard M. Mustard, second baseman from the Brew City Bears. User Nick Allen 17, 195 TPE, 278 average, and a 329 OBP. This is a great render. I love how they even replaced the Heinz brand with the Buffalo Surge brand. That's really funny, really clever. So congratulations to Mustard M. Mustard for being drafted to the Buffalo Surge here. Quote from Sen says, this user, Nick Allen 17, is the actual brother of one of our players, Dusty Stradley, and so he was on our list, and when we got most of our players we had on the list, he was next in line, so we traded up to secure our chances of bringing Mustard to Buffalo. Well, now that raises a very interesting question. Do people in Buffalo, because I know in Chicago, Mustard is like a hot dog topping, and it's like one of the there's a very specific set of condiments for Chicago dog, and ketchup is not allowed on it. Is there a buffalo dog? Is there a set accepted list of condiments for a buffalo hot dog? Someone from Buffalo in the chat, let me know. But Buffalo Surge will be having lots of mustard on their hot dogs here with Mustard M. Mustard heading to Buffalo Surge. So congratulations to... Ketchup sucks. No, ketchup does not suck. It has wing sauce on it. I can't tell if you're joking or not, SD Core. That sounds like a joke since Buffalo Wings, but... what in the world is a buffalo dog? I don't know. There's a Chicago dog. I assumed that there would be a buffalo dog. I don't know. Number 43 overall, the Cancun Toros will forfeit their pick due to cap penalty. Nashville Stars and New York Voyagers will also forfeit their subsequent picks, number 44 and 45. That brings us to number 46. The Boise Raptors are back on the board, and with this number 46 overall selection, they will... My headset died again at the worst possible time. Jesus Diaz, relief pitcher from the Anchorage Wheelers. TD Sav, or TD SAV. 179 TPE, 5.32 ERA, and a 1.6 whip. Congratulations to Diaz from the Anchorage Wheelers for being drafted here to the Boise Raptors. So congratulations to the Raptors for getting the relief pitcher of the future. I see you in chat, TD Sav. Congratulations. You are going to be a Boise Raptor sometime in the future. So that will bring us to number 47 overall, which these sloths will forfeit, and the Sea Serpents will also forfeit their 48th due to S33 cap penalty. A lot of forfeits here in the third round. Get your screenshots now if you need them. A total of 8 picks forfeit by cap penalty. So only 8 picks in the round. So third round, so looking good for potential fourth round steals. I see a couple of people in the chat who are still waiting on their name to be called. Maybe it will be in the fourth round. Who knows? But we will move right along to number 49 overall, the Sarasota Supernovas. Will trade it to the Boise Raptors. In exchange, the Sarasota Supernovas receive a slew of young players. Samsung Jr., Pope Cosby, Icy Wolf, and Joey. All headed to the Sarasota Supernovas. One moment, please. Sorry about that. Right. The four users sent to Sarasota in exchange for this 49 overall selection, which now the Boise Raptors are on the board with. And so number 49 overall, the Boise Raptors will select Mega Blaziken, first baseman from the Florida Flamingos, user Naosu. Naosu? I'm sorry, I've never been able to pronounce your name correctly. Previous create, Frederick Urquidez Garcia, for those of you who might recognize that name. 237 TPE, 293 average, and a 368 OBP. I love that we actually have the Mega Blaziken Pokemon in the render. That's perfect. I mean, how could you not, right? Like that's gotta be perfect. So, congratulations to Mega Blaziken for being drafted to the Boise Raptors here. And congrats to the Boise Raptors for getting their first baseman of the future in Mega Blaziken. That'll bring us to number 50. The New York Voyagers are on the board here. And with that number 50 overall selection, the New York Voyagers will take Pete Williams, relief pitcher from the Kansas City organization. User Dold or D-Old, I don't know. 189 TPE, 10.13 ERA. Ouch. 2.21 whip. Rough season so far for Pete Williams, but they'll be improving on that in the following seasons. I just know it. So congratulations to Pete Williams for being drafted here at 50. We do have a quote from Enoch who says, Dold was a late joiner this season, but he has been very consistent with his tasks. He comes from the OOTP world as well, as he runs an OOTP league that Twitchy, the GM of the Hepcats, is in. We were hoping to get a solid reliever with his pick, and I believe we have found the future anchor to our bullpen. So congratulations to Pete Williams, Dold, for being selected here to the New York Voyagers. And that'll bring us to number 51 overall, that being the Outer Banks Aviators. Number 51, the Outer Banks Aviators will select Dale Mustang, center fielder from the Louisville Lemurs, user Jackets28, 168 TPE, 228 average, and a 292 OBP. Quote from Bailey says, our third pick is Jackets or Starboy from ISFL. I am very aware of Starboy and what they can bring to the squad. They are a fantastic locker room member. We think they will add a ton of value to the OBX locker room, so to get a member like Starboy at 51 is really easy. I cannot wait to see what you can do in OBX. So congratulations to Jackets28 for being drafted to the Outer Banks Aviators here at pick number 51. This is a large draft class, and as time goes on in the draft here, my mind and my voice are starting to go. So I apologize for any mistakes that I make coming up. I really do. But congratulations to Dale Mustang Starboy for being drafted to the Outer Banks Aviators here at pick 51. That will bring us to number 52, the Boise Raptors. With number 52 overall, the Boise Raptors will select Charlie Kelly, right fielder from the State College Swift Steeds, user Pizza Faith, TPE 131, average 208, and OBP 289. Congratulations to the Boise Raptors for selecting Charlie Kelly here at 52, and congrats to Charlie Kelly, the right fielder from State College. You are headed to Boise. That will bring up number 53, the Maui Makos. With this selection, the Maui Makos will take Joshua Bolton, center fielder from the Puerto Rico Ranas, user Bell1, B3L1. I don't know. I apologize. There's probably a correct way to pronounce it. Baloli, maybe. TPE 179, average 290, OBP 365. I think it's supposed to be 290, Donnie. I think if it was actually 29, it would be 029, like 0.029. But yeah, I don't think that's possible. I think it's probably 290. It's the way that like some sheets and some documents like shorten decimals to 2 decimal points. Yeah, stupid Excel, says Bailey. Yeah. So congratulations to Joshua Bolton. We do have a quote from Diesel who says, "This was a player that Lumosity helped scout for me, and at this point in the draft I was mostly focusing on players that we had already talked to up to this point, and I was happy to hear them talk about wanting to be a team player and be loyal to an organization. He said he didn't have many personal goals besides being an all-star, but I think he can do even better than that, and I hope to see them succeed." So congratulations to Joshua Bolton, who is in chat. You have been drafted to the Maui Makos here at pick number 53, and congrats to the Maui Makos for drafting center fielder Joshua Bolton. Moving on to 54, we have the New Orleans Rougarou, who will select Dylan LeBlanc, a relief pitcher from the Florida Flamingos, user Dylan5361, TPE 193, 2.74 ERA, and a 1.34 whip. So congratulations to the New Orleans Rougarou for selecting Dylan LeBlanc. And congratulations to Dylan LeBlanc, Dylan5361, for being drafted here to the New Orleans Rougarou. Future relief pitcher for New Orleans. And that will bring us to number 55. The Boise Raptors are once again on the board here with their third pick in the 4th round. The Boise Raptors will select Julian Confer, second baseman from the Kansas City Hepcats. User Big Juice, or Big Juice 3. I assume the 3 is meant to be like the E in juice, so Big Juice. 202 TPE, 279 average, and 341 OBP. Congratulations to Julian Confer. You've been drafted to the Boise Raptors. And congrats to the Boise Raptors for getting their second baseman of the future in Julian Confer of the Kansas City Hepcats. Number 56 overall. Number 56, the Detroit Demons back on the board, and they will select Andrew Alexander, user Anju Pays, starting pitcher from the California Firehawks organization. New 4-peat champions of the Firehawks. 175 TPE, 4.22 ERA, and a 1.57 whip. Congratulations to Andrew Alexander for being drafted here to the Detroit Demons. And congrats to the Demons for being for selecting Andrew Alexander here at pick number 56. Welcome, Andrew, says Plague, one of the GMs of the Demons. That will bring us to number 57 overall. Number 57, the Vancouver Vandals back on the board. And with this pick, they will select Grayson Yates, starting pitcher from the Puerto Rico Ranas organization, user Arctic. I believe this is a recreate, if I'm not mistaken. Congratulations to there he is. There's Arctic in chat. I was like, I knew I'd seen you before in chat, Arctic. Welcome to the Vandals. We're very excited to have you. We do have a quote from Dr. K, who says, one of the GMs of the Vandals. Dr. K says, quote, Yates was a fantastic pickup this late in the draft. The Ranas to Vancouver pipeline is strong, and we're excited for Yates to be the next success story. It's been great seeing how active he is in Puerto Rico, and looking forward to adding that in Vancouver. We do Vandals do have plenty of ties to the Ranas with Style Stern, Stern being one of the GMs of the Ranas, and and Musha, one of the GMs of the Vandals, playing for the Ranas over the past couple of seasons. Well, actually, just last season, this season coming up as well. But Grayson Yates, another Rana to the Vandals here. Big congratulations to Arctic, Grayson Yates, the starting pitcher, for being selected to the Vancouver Vandals. We're very excited to have you. People are already saying steal in the fourth. I would agree. I've got my Vandals t-shirt on. I'm very excited for this pick. I think this was a great pickup late in the draft. I think some teams are sleeping on you, Arctic. I think you might need to show them what you can do. I'm really excited to see it. But we are not sleeping on you. We know your value, and we are very excited to have you on board. That will bring us to number 58 overall. Number 58 overall, the Cancun Toros will trade it. The Nashville Stars are actually going to receive this pick, number 58 overall. In exchange, the Cancun Toros will receive a future Nashville fourth, specifically the season 35 one. So a quick swap of fourth round picks here. Now the Nashville Stars are back on the board with number 58, and they will select Juan Rodriguez, relief pitcher from the Ranas, another Ranas member, back-to-back. IMWJ is the user, 177 TPE, 3.42 ERA, and a 1.44 WHIP. Quote from TJ says, Juan is another bullpen arm we were looking very closely at. Him and Joe should step right into a good opportunity in Nashville for innings and a chance to make an impact as we push for our first World Series in franchise history. So congratulations to Juan Rodriguez, IMWJ, for being selected here to the Nashville Stars. And congrats to the Stars for picking Juan Rodriguez here at number 58. That will bring us to number 59. The Death Valley Scorpions will select Thomas Ferguson of the Puerto Rico more Ranas. We got back-to-back Ranas picks here. Thomas Ferguson, user Yeezus, center fielder from the Puerto Rico organization, 188 TPE, 261 average, and a 363 OBP. You're in chat. I see you. Yeezus. Congratulations. You have been selected by the Death Valley Scorpions here in round number 4. One of your GMs already welcoming you in the chat, Person Man. Great GM for the Death Valley Scorpions, one of the GM Hall of Fame members. So you got a great GM and a great GM pair with Person Man and Caltrite. So congratulations, Yeezus, and have fun in Death Valley. I hear it's very hot there in the desert. But that will move us to number 60 overall. Number 60 overall, the Seattle Sea Serpents will trade with the Vancouver Vandals. Vandals trading their future fourth. So we have another fourth for fourth swap. Season 35 Vandals fourth being received by Seattle. And in exchange, the Vandals will receive this pick here at number 60 overall. With number 60 overall, the Vancouver Vandals will select Styles Clements, user Tolaney12, breaking the Ranas pattern here with a Dillos pick. Right fielder from the Dillos organization, 168 TPE, 255 average, and a 318 OBP. Dr. K has this to say about Styles Clements, quote, Clements is friends with Ted Stern, so we're hoping that they can find Vancouver to be a good home. Welcome to the Vandals, Tolaney12. So congratulations. We're very excited to have you, Tolaney. Styles Clements, welcome to Vancouver. And that will bring up number 61 overall. New York Voyagers on the board. And they will select Joey Moose, shortstop from the Chicago Kingpins organization, user Joe the Jester. 176 TPE, 278 average, and a 337 OBP. I like the retro New York Voyagers logo on the render there. But we do have a quote from Enoch, who says, Moose is also a waiver player from this past season. He came to us from the OOTP Discord and has the potential to play multiple positions. We hope that we can work with him to be a part of the league as he is still learning about it and have a successful career. Congratulations, Joe the Jester. I see you in chat. Congratulations on being drafted here at number 61 to the New York Voyagers. Great organization, great GM in Enoch. You're going to have a fun time there in New York. I know a lot of people A lot of people like to go there in free agency. So congratulations to Joe the Jester, Joey Moose, for being selected here at 61 to the New York Voyagers. One sec, water break. Gotta keep hydrated throughout. Number 62, the Providence Crabs. I've been saying Puerto Rico Ranas so much that I almost willed them into having a pick here in the 4th round in the Majors draft. That'd be kind of funny. Number 62 overall, the Providence Crabs will trade the pick to Maui alongside Maui's season 35 third, which Providence previously had, now belongs to Maui once again, and the season 37 second for Providence, also heading to Maui in this trade. So a 4th, a 3rd, and a 2nd in exchange for a player a real name is headed to Providence. Loki was waiting for that at the very least. Trade here between the Providence and Maui. This will be posted to the forums soon. I mean, I think it's already posted, but it will be moved to the trade sub forum and made public soon. But now Maui Makos are on the board here with number 62 overall. Number 62 overall, the Maui Makos will select Damian Chambers, second baseman from the Puerto Rico Ranas organization, Damian 823, 167 TPE, 195 average, and a 206 OBP. A quote from Diesel, who says, "Another player that was scouted by Lumosity at this point in the draft. I was excited to read about someone who wanted to be able to take a leadership position in the locker room, and hopefully I can give them that opportunity." So congratulations to the Maui Makos for drafting Damian Chambers here, and congrats to Damian823, Damian Chambers, for being selected to the Maui Makos. I see you in chat. There you go. Congratulations. Welcome to Maui. It's beautiful in Maui. I've been there a couple times in real life. But now we have number 63, the San Antonio Sloths are on the board here. And with this number 63 overall selection, the Sloths will trade it. Instead, Sarasota is trading into this draft here for their first pick. And they are trading up from 65 overall. Juoso actually has a comment on this trade saying, quote, "Personally, my favorite moment of this draft is a trade that looks stupid on paper and makes no sense at all, and I am surprised no GMs or HO commented on it at all. But yeah, essentially we were the second to last pick in the 4th round. They had the first pick of the next round. By doing a trade of those picks, we picked 2 picks later, but whoever we pick is going to be $250K cheaper for us, and now with how bad our cap situation is, that could matter." So Sloths trading into the next round for a little bit of cap help. But now the Sarasota Supernovas are on the board with number 63 overall, and with number 63 overall, the Supernovas will select Mojo Rising, left fielder from the Puerto Rico Ranas, user Mojo Rising, 177 TPE, 301 average, and a 336 OBP. So congratulations to Mojo Rising for being selected to the Sarasota Supernovas here at 63. I know you've been in chat waiting. You got a great GM pair with Shu and Dirk. And I'm sure you'll enjoy your time in Sarasota. So congratulations to Mojo Rising for being selected here to the Sarasota Supernovas, and congrats to the Supernovas for drafting Mojo Rising. That'll bring us to number 64. Number 64, the Seattle Sea Serpents are on the board, and they will pass. So the Seattle Sea Serpents are now out of the draft. And that'll bring us to number 65 overall. Number 65, the San Antonio Sloths are going to select Mickey Littlefield, starting pitcher for the Anchorage Wheelers, user Luca Magic, 171 TPE, 5.41 ERA, and a 1.72 WHIP. Quote from Juosu, "Pitching is the main issue right now, and with Luca we are potentially grabbing someone that we can put into our bullpen in a couple of seasons to help us out when we only have 3 men left under contract there." So congratulations. Oh, hold on, we're dropping frames. Okay, we're good. So congratulations to Mickey Littlefield, user Luca Magic, for being drafted to the San Antonio Sloths. And congrats to the Sloths for drafting a future pitcher in Mickey Littlefield. That will bring us to number 66 overall, as soon as I stop dropping frames. Okay, we're good. 66 overall, the Indianapolis Apex will trade it away. We have had a couple of 4th round swaps. Now we have a 5th round swap. New York Voyagers are going to receive this pick and send their 5th from season 35 to the Indianapolis Apex. So number 66 overall, the New York Voyagers will select Sham Hands, relief pitcher from the Florida Flamingos organization, user Shammonds98, 148 TPE, 4.02 ERA, and a 1.34 WHIP. Quote from Enoch says, we were targeting another reliever and got a chance to draft Sham Hands with the 66th pick as we traded back in. I had a good conversation with Sham and he seemed very interested with the concept of the league. He found us while watching our YouTube uploads. We hope to help him find his bearing in the league and be a solid member of our bullpen in the future. We got some good YouTube uploads on the channel. I think this will probably make it to YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, hello YouTube. But congratulations to Shamans98 for being drafted here to the New York Voyagers. That'll bring us to number 67 overall. Number 67 overall, the Outer Banks Aviators will select Dusty Wilson, catcher from the State College Swifties. User Dusty Wilson 22, 136 TPE, 226 average, and a 271 OBP. We got another catcher drafted by the Outer Banks Aviators. Congratulations to Dusty Wilson 22 for being drafted to the growing prospect pool for Outer Banks. Number 68 overall, the Buffalo Surge are on the board now, and with this number 68 overall selection, the Buffalo Surge will pass and drop out of the draft. That will bring us to number 69 overall, that being the Maui Makos, and the Maui Makos will select at number 69 overall Nancy Wheeler, left fielder from the Florida Flamingos, user Yagoyi, 177 TPE, 291 average, and a 348 OBP. Quote from Diesel says, we don't know too much about the user, but Stranger Things is pretty cool, and they get to be pick 69. All right, well, congratulations to Nancy Wheeler for being drafted to Maui Makos. I'm sure they're looking forward to learning more about you in the locker room. So congratulations to Yagoyi for being drafted here at pick number 69. Number 70 is the New Orleans Rougarou. New Orleans Rougarou will select Slurms McKenzie, relief pitcher from the Louisville Lemurs, user Slurms McKenzie. 100 TPE, 3.67 ERA, 1.53 WHIP. Love the render. So at 100 TPE, yet to officially claim any TPE on the player, but I'm betting New Orleans is going to be looking to get in contact with Slurms McKenzie about that and try and get some boosts to the stats very soon. So congratulations to Slurms McKenzie for being drafted here at pick 72 with the New Orleans Rougarou. Now bring us to number 71 overall. Oh, he's earning but not updating. Okay. That makes sense. Okay. Okay, so that's fine. Number 71, Boise Raptors will select Jaco Bryant, shortstop from the Kansas City Hepcats organization. User Laud Dantello? Laud Dantello, maybe? I don't know. I apologize. I don't know how to phonetically pronounce that, but Jaco Bryant of the Kansas City Hepcats, 175 TPE, 251 average, and a 345 OBP. Jake O'Bryant heading to Boise. So congratulations to the Boise Raptors for drafting Jake O'Bryant here at pick 71. And congrats to Jake O'Bryant for being drafted by the Boise Raptors. We in Vancouver look forward to being division rivals with you in the future. Number 72, the Detroit Demons are on the board now. And with this number 72 overall selection, the Detroit Demons will select Demetrius Hollywood, starting pitcher from the Florida Flamingos, user YOG, or YOG. TPE 158, 6.03 ERA, and a 1.71 WHIP. Demetrius Hollywood. So congratulations to Demetrius Hollywood for being selected here at number 72 by the Detroit Demons. And that'll bring us to number 73 overall. Vancouver Vandals are on the board here. And with number 73 overall, their 5th round pick, the Vancouver Vandals will select Goofball Jones, relief pitcher from the Louisville Lemurs, user Warmish Cheese 2, 211 TPE, 4.55 ERA, 1.46 WHIP. Congratulations to Goofball Jones. Welcome to Vancouver. Looking forward to talking with you here in the locker room very shortly. I'll be in the locker room talking with all the new draftees after the draft. need to finish up the stream first, but that's always the downside to doing this draft, is that what you want to go and be there in the locker room ready to welcome all the new draftees in, but you can't because you're doing the stream. But that's gonna bring us to number. I'm not gonna bail on the stream, Enoch. I'm gonna finish. I'm a professional. I'm a professional streamer. I'm gonna finish up what needs to be done here. So that'll bring us to number 74, the Cancun Toros. In the 5th round, we'll select at number 74. Just kidding, they pass. Number 75, the Death Valley Scorpions will select Noah Hartman Jr., right fielder from the Louisville Lemurs. User Noah. 155 TPE, 254 average, and a 333 OBP. Previous create was Noah Hartman, the OG. Now with Noah Hartman Jr. Congratulations to Noah for being drafted by the Death Valley Scorpions. And congrats to the Death Valley Scorpions for drafting Noah Hartman Jr., the recreate from Noah. Number 76, the Nashville Stars are on the board here. But with this number 76 overall pick, they will pass, as will the Voyagers, as will the Crabs. More teams dropping out of the draft here. Just as a reminder for everyone, once the teams pass, they are no longer able to trade back in or make any more picks. They are done for the season 34 draft. So that'll bring us to number 79 overall with the San Antonio Sloths, and they will select Jerry Philbin, center fielder from the Florida Flamingos, user Canes87. 174 TPE, 241 average, and a 305 OBP. Future outfielder for the San Antonio Sloths. So congratulations to Jerry Philbin for being drafted by the San Antonio Sloths, and congrats to the Sloths for getting their outfielder of the future. And then the Sea Serpents passed in the previous round, so that'll bring us to the 6th round, where you can see all these teams that have already passed. Their passes carry over for future rounds. Sarasota Supernovas at 81 will also pass, as will the Apex. Apex, I don't believe, made a pick this draft. So that will bring us to number 83. Sorry about that. Headset keeps dying at inopportune moments. Number 83, it's because I'm not listening to anything in the background. So it's like, it's thinking, oh, there's no sound coming through. We can just turn off the headset and conserve power. It's like, no, I need the headset. I'm using the microphone. It's kind of a dumb headset like that. So I'm not listening to anything. That's why it's turning off. I apologize. Number 83, Outer Banks Aviator. It's an Arctis 7, Enoch. Number 83, the Outer Banks Aviators will select Super Gremlin, user Bowman, center fielder from the Dillos organization, 141 TPE, 273 average and a 329 OBP. Congrats to Super Gremlin, user Boomin, for being drafted here to the Outer Banks Aviators at pick number 83. Number 84 was passed on by the Buffalo Surge, and the Maui Makos will continue that trend with a pass of their own, as will the Rougarous and the Raptors, all three teams dropping out of the Season 34 draft here in the 6th round, and bringing us to number 88. You and Arctis 9 don't have that problem. Maybe I just need to upgrade. Number 88, the Detroit Demons will select Francis Walker, starting pitcher from the Kansas City Hepcats organization, user Vayu. 141 TPE, 6.10 ERA, and a 1.75 WHIP. Congratulations to Francis Walker for being drafted here to the Detroit Demons at pick number 88. That brings us to number 89. The Vancouver Vandals are going to pass. Vandals are now out of the draft as well. That brings us to number 91. The Death Valley Scorpions. Death Valley Scorpions will select Barnabas Hammerman, catcher from the Florida Flamingos, user CHX Hawk. 180 TPE, 270 average, and a 330 OBP. Congratulations to Barnabas Hammerman for being selected to the Death Valley Scorpions here with pick number 91. This class was huge. This was a big class, yeah. I thought it was over 100. Was it not? Almost, let's check Discord. Thomas?
Hey, I heard you needed to talk to someone so your headphones don't die.
Ah, thank you. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Me and Bianca were laughing on the couch, like, let me hijack the rest of the stream just so your headphones don't die.
Well, thank you for that. Well, hopefully we don't have. I don't think we have too many more picks here as we progress into the later rounds, but I appreciate it. Thank you. So number 95, the San Antonio Sloths are now on the board, and with their pick, the Sloths will select Richard Dickerson, third baseman from the Brew City Bears. I'll change this later as the username, or ICTL. 125 TPE, 268 average, and a 342 OBP. So congratulations to, I'll change this later, for being drafted here at number 95 to the San Antonio Sloths. Previous create was Namie McNamerson, also a Brew City Bear, and a Bears legend at that. Namie McNamerson on a lot of Bears leaderboards, if you look at the index.
I'll change this later, is a Survivor legend.
That's true, yeah. He's played quite
PBE
a few
Survivor.
seasons. Quite a few seasons in the PBE Survivor. I miss that Discord. No seasons have been done for a while. Someone needs to do a season. The problem is with all the
other crap. It's just very it's like very intense. Survivor, very intense, and it requires a decent amount of attention. That's probably why it hasn't been going on for a while. But maybe one day it will come back. We'll see. Maybe Bianca will play.
Yeah, I'd be down. I'd be down to see it. But hold on. Sorry about that. Enoch said he wanted in, so I tried to add him and apparently failed or something. But
is he going on video? Oh, I thought he was going on video. Looked like his video was turning on. I'm like, are we gonna see Enoch?
Enoch, you there?
Hello.
Enoch is here as well.
Turn your video back on. The people want to see you.
There was no video. That's just OBS, some kind of weird thing that it does. It turns on.
OBX. Bailey isn't here, bro.
Not OBX. OBS.
Enoch, everybody, say hi to Enoch.
All right, we're continuing into the 7th round. We gotta keep going.
This is the most important part of the draft.
It is. Yeah.
I'm glad I made it.
I need to turn you down a little bit, Enoch. Your mic's a little bit hot here. Never mind. Apparently I can't. Discord is being weird. There we go. Okay.
Should I whisper?
No, I brought you down a little bit. All right. We're trying to keep it on the rails, SD Core.
let's go.
We're moving on. Number 99 overall, the Outer Banks Aviators in the 7th round will select Francis San Francisco, second baseman from the Dillos. User Genchia, 133 TPE, 260 average, 317 OBP. Congratulations to Francis San Francisco for being drafted.
Is that a
to the
John
Outer Banks.
Ralphio render?
Yes.
Is it John Ralphio or is it
Yes.
just Ben?
Well, it's Ben Schwartz, but
Ben.
or what is
Is it Ben Schwartz?
Is
I
that
thought.
his name?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's his name.
this his last name? Or wait,
Yeah, that's true. That's not actually John Ralphio, I don't think. It should be though.
I mean that's
Ben Schwartz. Yeah.
Ooh, we could raid OTP. Attica, actually, we should stall so we can raid them, huh?
No, he says gotta wrap it up soon. We gotta wrap it up so that we can raid. All right, so
True.
we'll keep moving. But congratulations to Francis San Francisco for being drafted to the Outer Banks Aviators. I'm not getting loopy, Benny. It's just a long draft. That's all. Number 104.
that's just how he is.
Yeah. Number 104, the Detroit Demons will select Thomas Nitro, starting pitcher, the Florida Flamingos organization. User Nitro, 141 TPE, ERA 5.04, and a WHIP of 1.55. Didn't notice this. I don't know if this is like a San Francisco Giants render or if the Demons
Yeah,
colors.
this is Brian Wilson.
Okay, I was gonna say the Demons colors really lend itself to the San Francisco Giants colors.
God, they made renders for everybody. And draft graphics
Yeah.
is on another level, y'all. There's some good teams in the league, but y'all need to step it up if you want to be on the same level as draft graphics, honestly. Bank team, update team, even HO.
Yeah, I was
GM
gonna make that joke. I was gonna say head office nowhere near them.
True.
That's not even a joke.
Yeah, Draft Graphics, amazing team. Thank you very much, all of you, for putting together this amazing presentation.
Goats.
Yeah. Number 107, Death Valley Scorpions are going to select Ryabi, starting pitcher from the Dillos organization, user Ryabi. 151 TPE, 5.09 ERA, and a 1.55 WHIP. Congratulations to Ryabi. Welcome to Death Valley. And congratulations to the Scorpions for drafting Ryabi, starting pitcher of the future for the Scorpions. And that will move us on to number 111. The San Antonio Sloths will select Alejandro Zorro, starting pitcher from the Louisville Lemurs, user Alex F. Alex F has had a few previous recreates, and is back now with Alejandro Zorro. 164 TPE, 4.04 ERA, and 1.58 WHIP on the new create for Alex F. Alejandro Zorro.
Alex F to the Sloths.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the league, Alex F. I've gotten to know him pretty personally. Cool user, great dude. And yeah, congrats on going to arguably one of the best organizations in the league, if not the best. So good for him, good for the organization. See, what his career looks like with them.
Yeah, so congratulations to Alejandro Zorro and to the Sloths. That'll bring us to the 8th round. We're still picking. 115 is the next pick. The Outer Banks Aviators will select Dawson DeGo, shortstop, user Gordo, from the State College Swift Steeds. 100 TPE, 243 average, and a 303 OBP. Congratulations to Dawson DeGo from the Outer Banks Aviators. And that will bring us to the Detroit Demons at number 120. Number 120, the Detroit Demons will select Huck O'Hara. O'Hara? I'll say O'Hara. Relief pitcher from the State College Swift Steeds. User The Great Toe Jam. Only the Great Toe Jam, not the Good Toe Jam. 112 TPE, 3.45 ERA, and a 1.4 WHIP. Congratulations to Huck O'Hara for being drafted to the Detroit Demons. I promise you, Benny, the draft will end at some point. We'll either...
What if I want to farm channel points?
Well, it's going to end at some point because we got either we'll run out of picks or we'll run out of players.
She's still going on. So I don't know what you're talking about.
123.
We're
Yeah,
still picking.
yeah, Draft Graphics team is actually working on this live as we speak. No, I'm kidding. Number 123, Death Valley Scorpions will select Lincoln Lowe, the starting pitcher from the Puerto Rico Ranas, user Wellerson ERT, 140 TPE, 5.96 ERA, and a 1.82 WHIP. So congratulations to Lincoln Lowe for being drafted to the Death Valley Scorpions. And congrats to the Scorpions for selecting Lincoln Lowe. That'll bring us to the San Antonio Sloths. And the San Antonio Sloths will pass. So another team drops out. We have 3 teams remaining: Outer Banks, Detroit, and Death Valley. And here in the 9th round, the Outer Banks Aviators will continue picking with Donovan Dinger, left fielder from the Armadillos organization, user Nugs Bay. 130 TPE, 271 average, and a 360 OBP. Congratulations to Donovan Dinger for being drafted to the Outer Banks Aviators.
All these renders.
Yeah.
Sorry, we keep it moving.
Oh, it's good. It's keeping my headset alive.
That's true.
It's
Speaking words.
Yeah, all these fantastic renders done by the Draft Graphics team. Love to see them. That will bring us to number 136. The Detroit Demons will pass. We have another, and so will the Scorpions at 139. So both the Scorpions and the Demons are now out of the draft, which brings us to the 10th round, where Outer Banks is still picking, and with number 147, the Outer Banks Aviators will select Devon DeGo, starting pitcher from the State College Swifties, user K Howie 26, 100 TPE, 5.64 ERA, and a 1.87 WHIP. Congratulations to Devon DeGo for being selected here to the Outer Banks Aviators, and congrats to the Aviators for selecting Devon DeGo. And that will bring us to the end of the 10th round and the end of the draft. There is no 11th round. The Outer Banks Aviators passed after Devon DeGo. So congratulations to all of the rookie draftees who went to their new majors, who were drafted to their new majors teams tonight. And congratulations to all of the teams for all of their picks. Looking forward to seeing all these new contracts show up on the on the forum very shortly. But that is it. That is all we have for you today. That is the season 34 majors draft. So we're gonna raid OOTP? Is that what we're doing?
I'm on mobile. I can't do it. If any mods are here, it's /raid and then OOTP developments, all one word. Let me see if I can do it for mobile. Hold on. I actually think they added that. Oh, it's
I'm really glad I did that at the end of the draft and not at the beginning of the draft. Totally just.
It worked. All right, the raid worked.
Oh, did it work? Okay, cool. So when we end the stream, it will host them.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, well that's it for us today. Thank you all for tuning in, and tune in for the what's the next stream? It's Rookie Showcase, isn't it, Enoch?
Yes, Rookie Showcase Friday.
Enoch hosting
tomorrow.
The Rookie Showcase on Friday tomorrow. At what time, Enoch?
Wait, that's tomorrow? Right, that's tomorrow. I have no idea what day it is.
Oh no,
The raid starting soon.
Enoch.
So yeah, tomorrow. It's around 4:45, 5 o'clock, around that time. So.
All right.
And then
Tune in then.
Season 35 class.
Yeah, tune in then and stay tuned for OOTP developments with the raid. Have a good Thursday, everyone, and we'll see you tomorrow with the Rookie Showcase. Bye.
Thank you all for tuning in. Let's go say hi to
Bye-bye.
OOTP. Goodbye.
What year is it?